in our international competition is Heather Thomas with the emotional Crossroads. Please welcome Heather Thomas with
Check one, check two. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. A few years ago, I found myself crying on my bathroom floor. Nothing particularly had happened that day. No big argument, no disaster, no major bad news. I was just undone again, and it was happening often. And the thought just kept running through my head. Why am I being so emotional? Why am I overthinking? I just need to calm down. But what I didn't realize at the time is that I wasn't emotional because something was wrong with me. I was emotional because I was standing inside a decision. Some of the hardest moments of our lives aren't dramatic, they're quiet. They happen when we're asking the questions like, should I stay or should I go? Should I take the job or keep the security that I have? Should I move forward with that business idea or wait? Psychologists consistently rank these moments as marriage, divorce, career changes, major financial decisions as the most stressful experiences a human being can face. Not because they're bad, but because they're uncertain. I know what it feels like to love something so deeply and not knowing if letting go of it is going to break my heart or save my life. I know what it feels like to give everything to a relationship or a path and not knowing if it's going to choose me back. That space, the not knowing, that's what's unbearable. And I thought the tears meant I was weak or I was doing something wrong. So I started to get curious, and over time, I noticed my own pattern. When I felt the most emotional, the most overwhelmed, the most teary, when I would start to spin, I was always missing one thing. It wasn't courage. It wasn't resilience. It wasn't even strength. It was clarity. I didn't know what my options were in the crossroads to where I was standing. And my nervous system was ringing the alarm like a bell. And so that's when everything started to change for me. I started to look for clarity, even painful clarity. And my emotions started to settle, not because the answer was easy, but because I finally knew the direction I was facing. Rejection didn't undo me. Loss didn't undo me. Ambiguity did every time. We live in a culture that treats emotion like a problem to fix. Breathe through it, meditate, push it down, calm yourself. We say not to suppress it, but we don't treat it like it's a signal. Emotion isn't chaos. Emotion is information. Once I started to understand that, I stopped asking, how do I stop feeling this? And I started asking, what am I being asked to understand? What decision am I avoiding? What clarity am I waiting for? What truth hasn't landed yet? Recently, I found myself back on that same bathroom floor. Overwhelmed, tearful, unable to think clearly. But this time, I didn't force an answer. I paused, I rested, and I trusted that clarity would come. And it did. Not dramatically, not instantly, but gently. We don't fall apart because we're emotional. We fall apart when we're disoriented. When we don't know where we stand. If we don't even know we're standing in Crossroads, our systems protest. Not to punish us, but to protect us. So if you ever catch yourself hearing yourself say, "Why am I an emotional mess? I should be handling this better," I challenge you, look for the crossroads. Crossroads are not meant to be quiet. Crossroads are meant to be loud. The emotion doesn't mean you're failing. It means it's going to help you decide so that when clarity comes, the calm will follow, not because life gets easier, but because clarity is the kindness to the soul, and the emotion is the courage that gets us there. Thank you.